Hey guys, this is HELLHADES. This is going to be another raid, Shadow Legends video. Guys, we're going to do an account takeover of Neo Tokyo Duo. And he said to me, HELLHADES, I cannot beat Spider 19. He's basically beaten other areas of the game and he's like just hard stuck on Spider. And if you look here at his kind of missions, he's all about now clearing the stage 20s on auto. He's not even fussed about doing the rest of it because he cannot clear Spider 19. So we're going to go in, see what the problem is, see why it can't be done. I saw a picture of his champions and his champions feel good. We're well progressed in the game. I mean, this isn't going to help. This is not going to help you because we do not have accuracy pumping up. We got a real lack of defense, which is going to hurt us for Spider. So this is going to be an area which just needs attention. And I know that Arena's tougher nowadays, so I'm not going to say it's not. But if you cannot build your great haul up, it massively impacts the rest of your game. So let's have a quick look at who we got to play with then. So we've got the Cantra Fusion. We've got an Angar. It's quite interesting. We've got a Razin, who's good for spiders. We've got Mr. Spider himself, Miscreated Monster. We've got Tyrell, who's good. Haikatoon is good here. Crimson Helm's not bad. Couple of Cold Hearts, not bad. And then we've got like speed champs like Apoth, who's really good. I can see that he's kind of built up a couple of uncommons just to try and deal with this problem. So when I look at this lineup, first thing I'm looking at is how much control have I got for Spiderlings? Okay, and who's going to tank the Spiderlings? And where's our damage coming from? They're the kind of three things I'm looking for. And we've got tanks, so we've got Zantra, who is a good tank. We've got Razin, can be a good tank. He's actually even built Zephyr Sniper up, who can be a good Spiderling tank. So I can see that we've got the people in the lineup that can do that job. Who's going to drop defense and enable our hits to land? The only one we've got for that is actually Tyrell, which isn't ideal. He's got Spider sitting here, not built. Spider would be really good for this account to help him get through this level. And actually Ghostborn would also be really good for this account to help him get through this level. Ghostborn not only drops defense and doesn't need resistance, doesn't need accuracy, he also increases your attack. So he's dropping their defense, he's boosting your attack, which means you're just going to hit harder. So I'd say Ghostborn is kind of like a miss that he's not really 60. But that aside, I think we could have done it without him anyway if the builds were strong enough. So if we look at a potential tank candidate here, good defense, pretty slow. But look at this. Look at this number. Does she need accuracy? Actually, I don't think she needs accuracy. Maybe that's harsh. That might be a fine build. This is good. Bit slow again. Speed is an issue here. If we're talking about stage 19s, you kind of want to be 180 plus speed at least. Defense was okay, but not great. So defense and speed are a bit low there. If we look at Miscreated, who should be coming in the mix here. High crit, high health, that's good. Very slow. Really low accuracy. The most important stat, guys, is accuracy. Then it's your speed. Then it's your defensive stats. Then it's your damage. And in this build, the most important stat for Spider is missing. He was not going to stun anyone with this build. Tyrell, let's have a look at Tyrell. Speed's creeping up where it should be. No accuracy. He's not going to land any of his decreased defense, not going to land his decreased attack, not going to land his decreased turn meter. Nothing about his kit works, which means all he is just a big fat brick wall. It's just a fat brick wall, which once you've eaten through that, it's like, well, there's no substance there. Just need to work. Accuracy's low here again. Speed's better. Crit rate's high. So just some weird kind of setups. Just needs a bit more attention to builds. So what we got here, good accuracy, good speed. This build's okay. Apart from the defensive stats are a bit low. So I would assume, I've not run any runs yet, but I would assume that if you're running this Cold Heart, she becomes the target because she looks like a juicy snack because she's so easy to kill. So if you get this health up, then all of a sudden the Spiderlings don't go for that snack. They look for the next easier snack to eat up, and hopefully it's your tank. Let's see what the other one looks like. Almost the same. Almost the same. Makes me think they're not wearing HP chests. No, they're not. They're wearing accuracy chests. Okay. So a good rule of thumb is find your accuracy somewhere else. HP on the chest, get your crit up, get your crit damage up, but make sure you've got enough HP so you're not the snack. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in, I'm going to re-gear some of these guys. We're going to take on Spider, then we're going to try and beat the times on Fire Knights as well. Probably be using the same sort of champs. And yeah, I'll bring you along for the ride. Right, so we've played around with some builds, guys. We've got Razin now with enough accuracy to do his job. I've picked his speed up a bit, but this build has stayed pretty consistent. I've just put a bit more speed into the build. The major changes have come on Miscreated Monster, so we've now got enough accuracy to land a majority of his stuns. I could probably still do like maybe another 20 or so accuracy. A good rule of thumb is to take the level of the dungeon you're fighting and multiply that by 10. So if we're fighting level 19 stuff, we should be on 190 accuracy. So I've just tweaked his builds a bit. I've taken accuracy to be my kind of primary stat that I'm focused on, speed as my secondary, and then things like crit rate and health as the next stats after that. So you see here, I'm glyphing up now anything which is relevant to his build, which is really important, guys. Use those glyphs. If you've got glyphs sitting there, use the glyphs. So you see now 180, I could probably just pump another 5 or 6 more accuracy here, 3 or 4 more perhaps, and we're just about on the cusp of where I want it to be. Health is good, crit rate is high, so he's going to put out some pretty fat shields, even on the negative affinity. I've improved Tyrell, so Tyrell's no longer in life still. He's going to come in for stage 19 as a tank. So high defense. I've got his accuracy up so he can land some stuff, and I've got his speed up as well a bit. I've got his health low, 29k health. That's because I want him to be the juicy snack, not my Cold Heart. And in Cold Heart, I've changed quite a bit of the build. So we've lost that accuracy chest. We've got a HP one instead. There are no accuracy banners yet. So I've gone for the best accuracy roll I can find on an amulet. I've gone for one set of accuracy to get my plus 40. And then I made sure that when I'm looking for stats, I'm looking for speed, accuracy, I'm looking for crit rate, and I'm looking for crit damage. So those together give me a 191, 81, which is a bit more than I need. 185, 203, and she's not the juicy snack in this fight. So that's the kind of main changes I've made. We'll see. So I'm thinking to go Razin, Miscreated Monster, Tyrell, Cold Heart, and then potentially just speed up this Apothecary to come in as like a secondary healer stroke speed champ. The other option we've got is Armiger, who's already built. I've not done much to this one, who is a bit slow, but the rest of his build is kind of good. So I think I'm going to try and run with the Armiger first, see if I can get some stuff happening with that. If that doesn't work, I'll go back in and I'll get the Apothecary built up as well. Don't forget, guys, Spider 19. It's about manual. Don't think you've got to auto everything in this game. Get yourself a manual comp, get yourself through 19, then worry about your auto comp for 20. Okay, 19 is just like, can I do it? Can I just get through this mission? Can I get through this stage? So this is what we're going to try first. We need to get a bit of luck on RNG for someone like a Tyrell and a Miscreated Monster, whether they land anything or not. But everyone else should be able to land their stuff. Miscreated Monster goes first so that I can get my big fat shields up early. Couple of stuns off, which is okay but not great. I'm going to wait for the Heartseeker. I'm waiting for decreased defense to get on there. Decreased defense and weakens coming from Razin. Tyrell ideally hits a reduced turn meter here. Got it. Okay, that's the first part of luck done. We're going to go turn meter down again here. Yeah. And then we're going to try and get decreased defense and weaken off here. Decreased defense landed. Weaken didn't. Perhaps he's not booked. So you see all of the pressures going against my tank. That's fine. Miscreated now gets his ally protection up. So the tank has got some support. We're going to drop turn meter with the Heartseeker. Again, so turn meter's back down to full, down to 0, and we're starting to do some damage. We're going to go AoE drop defense, just so we do more hits on these spiderlings when I can. And then Armiger, I'm just going to keep turn meter the whole time on Armiger. I could go big hit. Don't want to. I'm going to save turn meter drop here on the Razin. And we're taking it slow and steady, guys. Slow and steady. I've got one more turn here. He's under pressure. He's not out of the woods here at all. And I could put lifesteal on him, which would make it kind of easier to keep him alive, but we just don't have the lifesteal gear on this account to do the job I need him to do. So he's under a lot of pressure now. It might be that he's actually too weak to last. We'll see. Survive that man. At least until Razzie does a go. Here we go. Drop turn meter everywhere. Bam. Big shields back up. This is where I could do with that apothecary. So where I said apothecary could come in, apothecary job would be to come in and top up the heals here. And at the moment, we don't have that going on. So this is going to be like a risky run. Certainly not 100% type of run. We'll see, though. As I say, you don't always get it right first time. But as long as your kind of builds and your strategy is kind of good, you've got a good chance. Stay alive, my man. Stay alive, that fella. Can we drop turn meter again? Yes, we can. Lucky twice. We'll take it. Again, we keep that ally protection on. Keep him alive as long as we can. I know I've got a Heart Seeker coming here, so I'm actually going to go hard hit this time. Hard hit, get a good chunk out. Heart Seeker here. Bam. So we're less than half health, which is cool. See if we can get that weaken off now. If I'd got the weaken off already early on, like this, we'd be down around here now. Yeah? So Tyrell is dead. Tyrell's 100% dead. So now we've got Big Fella to try and sort of take us through the back end of the fight. And there's no certainty. Will, he's got very low defense. But we're just going to try and do our best. A1, keep that turn meter down as much as I can. Keep the damage going in from my Razin. I basically need to get back to one more Heartseeker. If I can do that, then this is job done. But it's still a way away yet. 2 turns away. Bit of damage off. He's in trouble. He's dead. Okay, so we didn't do it first run. I'm going to bring Apothecary in as a change-up. Let's get that done. Okay, so I've just changed the Apothecary up to be faster. Got him over 200 speed. We're going to try and bring him in. Basically, what we're looking to do here is just kind of supplement the Tyrell. So keep Tyrell going. It's another potential tank between Miscreated and Tyrell. Okay, so we don't want Miscreated to take damage early on at all. He can't take a hit because he's got no defense. He's got all HP. So someone else that can potentially tank. We've got less turn meter control now. We've got no turn meter coming in from the Armiger. So the chances are the Spider's going to get more chance to have a turn. But we're also moving quicker because we've got Apothecary keeping our speed up. So there's a kind of like a double whammy in this one. We're going to keep it running in the same type of order. More stuns that time, that's better. We're going to try and throw that drop turn meter. We got it again, we're really lucky. Decrease defense and weaken, please. Land them both, good man. And sometimes, you know, it can just take a couple of good RNG runs to get this down. It's definitely not foolproof. Spider 19 is not foolproof. In comes the nuke. Bam, nearly 1 million nuke that time. That's the difference. We don't need to drop that turn meter yet, so we're just going to go A1. We don't need to heal yet, so we're just going to go A1. Try and get those Warmaster procs off. And it's all about, at this stage, just keep Mr. Tyrell alive as long as we can. Keep the turn meter down as well as we can. Those two things. That's all we're after. Whatever champions you've got to do that, brilliant. That's what you need to bring in. So he's coming back around to his turn meter on his next turn. Good hit there from him. That's cool. Going to drop turn meter on everyone. Perfect. AoE damage, try and get these spiders killed at some point. Big shields back on. So the flow is actually really similar, isn't it, guys? Yeah? Heal him back up to full. Try and drop turn meter again. Oh, first time we got it resisted. That's a shame. All of these runs on Spider 19, it's just like, can you get almost like that perfect run of luck? Yeah, you want your luck alongside your good plays. So we're doing well, though. We've got a good amount of damage on already. Stay alive, that man. Stay alive, that man. Good fella. Keep him going, guys. Keep him up. Ally protection coming in. Heal coming in. I've got a choice, heal or speed. I've got to keep him alive, guys. Heal comes first. You're manual in here, so it's always A1 with your Razin if you don't need your decreased defense and weaken out. Drop turn meter again. Pow. And we're down to, what, nearly a quarter health. Can we keep him going? Don't have your turn. Don't have your turn, Tyrell. Speed up. Please be Miscreated Monster. Yes. Big shield up. Bam. Tyrell still in the game. We're dropping defense wherever we can. We're AoEing wherever we can. Hopefully we kill some of these spiderlings that are due to go soon. So it's just... You're just balancing it out, guys. If I didn't have the speed on that I've got now, we would not be in this shape. We would be in trouble. Healing back up. Yeah. Spider has a turn. I did say I feel like we probably don't have the turn meter control to stop the spider having a turn. It's actually fine. It gives us a reset. We're in good shape. Spider's only done 1 amount of damage, so we're still in really good shape there. And you're just looking to get those Warmaster procs off. Keep the run going. I'm going to reapply Decreased Defense and Weaken because our Weaken's dropped down to just 1 turn. Didn't land it. That's why I'm doing it, because sometimes it doesn't land. So we need to reapply it as often as we require it until you get your 2 turns back. Keep our speed going. Try again for that turn meter. Didn't get it again. So that's why I was saying early on how lucky I was to get it as often as I was. Now it's coming back to haunt me. Drop that turn meter though. Bam. There we go. We're nearly... I mean, the spider's in danger zone now. We should 100% do this. If I don't do this now, it's because I went for a cup of tea and didn't watch the game. So we're just going to drop turn meter on... not turn meter, sorry. Going to drop defense on as many as we can. Keep your allies alive. Blah, blah, blah. And this one feels like it's in the bag. But you can see how much I'm like min-maxing my efficiency of my champs. I'm speed tuning in a way that we're getting the best kind of outcomes possible. It doesn't need a heal, so we're going to go speed. He's in trouble though. He's going to take a big chunk of damage there. Could have done with him going before my... that was nasty. Drop turn meter everywhere. We really need a Heartseeker here. 1 turn away from a Heartseeker. Heartseeker wins the game. If I don't get it, we lose the game. That's basically where we're at. Keep big fella alive. Don't die, my man. Give us a bit more time. Heartseeker. Bam! Spider 19. Dunzoed. Dunzoed. Whew, it's always tough. It's always tough. Spider 19 done. Now we get onto Spider 20, and Spider 20 is where you want to grab your auto comp. So Spider 20 is more about these guys now having a massively positive impact. Your tank needs to tank up the damage. Razin's not a bad tank because he also has got that turn meter drop ability, which can land. It doesn't always land, but it can do. And he's also got a chance to play that decrease, that weaken. But what I'm going to do to get this like a longer term comp is we're going to get old Kantra involved as well. Now we might be able to just sub her straight in as she is. Her build wasn't bad. So this might just kind of straight out work. Let's see. It needs to be on auto here. So it's now not me min-maxing my movements. It's now on the AI to try and min-max my movements for me. But we've still got big shields. We've still got decreased defense. We've still got a tank that can heal. And we've got another healing unit in Apothecary. We've still got 2 lots of turn meter. 1 in the Cold Heart you just seen there, and 1 in our Tyrell. And obviously Kantra's built up with masteries. So with ally protection out there, with shields out there, with heals, with Kantra's own inbuilt healing, this should be a good enough comp to do it. But the spider will get turns. I don't have enough turn meter control to stop the spider having turns here. So we're going to run it through, and I guess fingers crossed, if this works out as an auto comp, that is going to be part 1 of the mission complete. And probably the hard part as well, to be honest. So spider's healed up to full. This is now your window. So if the spider heals up to full and you're like, I can't do it, forget that. You've now got 2 full turn meter bars to kill the spider. Whereas beforehand you had 1 before he gets another heal. Okay? So don't get discouraged if the spider has a turn and heals to full. You've still got a lot of time. You've got 2 whole turn meter bars now to do the job. And I think, looking at the way this is running, I'd be surprised if we don't do the job. You know, Miscreating Monster's throwing out whomping great big shields. He's also putting out stuns for us. Obviously, we've got Cold Heart doing decent damage when it comes in. Kantra's got self-heals. The only thing we're lacking really is probably enough turn meter control to really make this work. And when Tyrell gets himself an accuracy banner, that improves. Once you start getting Spider 20 on farm, it's way easier. I'm going to let this run through. I'm not going to kind of bore you to watch the whole thing, and I'll let you know if we actually do it or not. So we actually got a fail that I was surprised about. I'm going to try and switch Razin in instead of Kantra. So Kantra in the current build, she does not have her accuracy up. She's not landing many debuffs, and we don't have any banners and stuff to put her in. And I've kind of like spread a lot of my gear between these other champs. So his defense is not really super high, but he is in lifesteal gear. He does give us the option as well of now and then landing his weaken, and he also gives us an option of now and then that he lands his turn meter reduction, albeit it's kind of not by any means foolproof. But I'm just seeing if this kind of combo works better with the current kind of gear setup we've got. So we landed our turn meter drop there, which is really good. We didn't actually land a decreased defense from Tyrell. He's getting resisted, so that's annoying. Do we get a decreased defense off there? No, that resisted as well. This might end up being the same kind of show as last time. My problem actually is that my miscreated monster has been going down. He's been going down when the spider's been taking a turn. So that's and that's mainly because everyone else is taking too much damage when the spider does the AoE. So we'll run this one through, see if this is a better, kind of more consistent setup. And yeah, I'll check in with you in a minute. Okay, so this is a better comp. Razin's definitely doing the job better than Kantra was for this setup, mainly because he's got better. Not gear. Well, he's got better gear because he's got accuracy. Yeah, he's got accuracy on his build, so anything he's trying to do is actually landing. But yeah, so we've got a 4-minute 34 time. First time clearing Spider 20 on auto. And believe me, guys, forget the time for a minute. Clear it on auto, get it working, get it consistent, then allow yourself the luxury of trying to get fast times. So, Spider 20 done. Tick. Job done. Tick. Let's get into Fire Knight 20 and see if we can get something rocking and rolling there as well. Okay, so this is what we've been running with so far. The times are over 5 minutes, and the idea is, can we get the time down? Can we pull the time down? So I like this. This is cool. This is okay. I'd swap him out probably because you've got so much turn meter control here. I'd actually swap him out for your Cold Heart that you've got in good shape. Angar's actually really good here. He's got a reflect damage buff on all allies, so that's going to give you a good way to get the shield down. The rest of his stuff is just going to help you with the waves, so that's all cool. What's his build actually like? I've not seen it. Bit slow again. Low defense. He's a defense-based champ, is he? Oh, he's HP-based champ. Okay, so just a bit slow. All of these champs are a bit slow. And then we've got Madame in there for decreased defense. Now, Tyrell is better, albeit bad affinity. I actually think the Ghostborn that I've built out, Ghostborn's good here, by the way, is potentially better. So I've just built him to be pretty quick, high health so he's not targeted. And he's going to increase our attack at the same time. So I think we're just going to try and run this. I'm a bit worried about Angar speed, but we'll try it first. If he lets us down, we will up our game. So again, we've already got the fast apothecary getting us going. We've got decreased defense going across the board. I'm guessing he's not booked out because that should have landed on everyone with this affinity. It might be then that's why he's using Madame actually. So on my Ghostborn, it just lands on everyone. So you see here. Now, one of the things with Angar, and it might be why the times are so low, is that counter-attacking takes a lot of time. Animation time of counter-attacking is slow. So when you've got someone who's doing provokes and then he counters every time, he's actually, although he's giving you protection on your run, he's slowing you down. But yeah, that's not good. So that you see how quickly the allures just drop there. So allure dropping that fast just is no use to us at all. So let's come out of that one. So I'm going to have to do a bit of a rework on some builds here as well. We'll get back into it in a sec. Here's the allure. So we've got enough accuracy, tick. The speed is drastically slow again. The crit rate is high, it needs to be. It needs to be so that she lands her A1. Otherwise, she needs accuracy, she needs crit rate, she needs speed, and she needs to stay alive, okay? So She doesn't really need lifesteal. Lifesteal's not like a requirement here. She does not need this low amount of HP. It means that the mobs are going to be attracted to her all the time. So you need to pump her HP up rather than her defense up. Pushing her defense up is not really going to keep her alive here. HP here is good. Accuracy here is good. So this being crit rate is fine. This being speed is fine. This should be HP, not accuracy again. So an HP chest, ideally in an accuracy set, does the job. Yeah, and then you take a second piece of accuracy somewhere else and you bump up your accuracy level as well as your HP at the same time. I'll finish the rebuild, I'll bring you back in, and I'll show you what she looks like on the other side. Okay, we have changed up Allure. So Allure is now not in lifesteal gear. She's got a lot more health. So 39k. She's got better speed. She's still got enough accuracy. She's still got enough crit rate. So she is going to be doing her job fine. We've still got Apothecary running fast. He works. We've still got ourselves Cold Heart's working fine. So these three work. We're going to swap those two out. Maybe I will throw Madame back in. I didn't realise that Ghostborn was not booked. Just want to check and see. So this looks good, yeah. So Madame in for our decreased defense. And then we're going to want to just bring in some damage right now. So look at this. We've got boss covered, boss covered, boss covered, waves covered in terms of decreased defense. We need someone to come in who's going to hit and hit pretty hard. Now, Tyrell and Miscreated can both do that. They can both hit hard. I wonder what this Yannicka build is like. Yannicka can hit hard, and she's a good affinity here. Not a damage build there. Razin can hit hard, but he's not really geared up for that. So we're a little bit kind of short on someone who's going to come in and smack the waves down. And if you're not smacking the waves, then you need more control, basically. You've got to do one or the other. Kill the waves in a decent amount of time, or you go ahead and control them for longer. So he can smack. This build's not really set up for that. She can smack people if she's built that way. It's not bad. Or maybe we just bring Razin in and get some turn meter down. Maybe Razin's the answer again. Someone on my stream said yesterday, is it worth my time forging, fusing a Razin? And I was like, I can't ever understand an answer that isn't yes to that question. Like, what, you know, I was just saying to him, like, what are you thinking? Why would you not want to get yourself your Razin? And he just said, you know, I've already got a decreased defense champion for clan boss. Is he usable anywhere else? Hopefully you see in this video, guys, he's brilliant in this game. Like, in terms of a fusion that they keep on the whole time, he's excellent. So yeah, absolutely. If you've got yourself a Razin, give him some love. You see what's happened here? We've switched the target of the damage away from Allure because of the build I've just done. And it's gone now onto Apothecary, who is tanky. Yeah, he's got defensive setup, and that's exactly what you want to do. Get your support champions to be really defensive, and in that way, they can tank up the damage for you, and they'll leave the people that are trying to do a job to do their job. So hopefully, we've got enough damage to get through the waves, because once we get to the boss, I think we're cool. So I'm going to let it run through. I'll get us to the boss, and then we'll see how we get on for the boss fight. So we got through to the boss. We actually took a hit straight out, and our Cold Heart sat straight down. So we're in a bit of trouble here, but we do have a lure onto the boss. And a lure on the boss generally means that we should be fine. We've also got Razin here dropping 10 meter as well. So I think we're cool. I think we're okay. But yeah, Cold Heart took like a massive crit, which is not ideal. Allure though, once you get Allure to the boss, turn meter should stay down. She just keeps turn meter down for fun. So, I mean, he was doing at best 5 minutes 40, I think it was before. We've not dramatically improved the time, but it's going to be slightly better, I think. And if we had Cold Heart in here alive, we would right now probably be at less than half health. So if I can just find a way to make sure that she can just sustain that first hit, then we're going to be fine. If she didn't get crit in that first hit, then we'd be fine anyway, actually. But anyway, this is a boss fight done. I'm going to let it run through a couple of times, see what it looks like next time, see if that's massively kind of if Cold Heart can actually take that whack. And yeah, I'll show you the pictures of that as well. So yeah, first time round, no Cold Heart damage on the boss, 6 minutes. I'm going to replay it to see what we do when Cold Heart actually stays alive for that first whack. Let's see what we do. So here we are, back onto the boss again, second time round. So we're 3 minutes onto the boss, which is not bad. We've got through the shield. Can a Lord get a turn before he gets to go? No. Crack. So that's the difference. We got hit for 19k there. Last time I got hit for 40k, one popped. So if we can get through this shield here, and we should do, Allure will do a job now. Bam. And then it's a case of Heartseekers coming in and we start to do some work. So this should be quite a bit quicker. Hopefully it should be the new record time. And I feel like the first one was actually just kind of unlucky. I think this will be way more consistent. So that's cool. Even on my setup, which is, you know, legendaries and great champs and that type of stuff, I still have the odd turn where one of my Cold Hearts goes down. And she goes down and it makes my run longer. So it definitely can happen to anybody who's not running like a crazy good comp. It's still going to be, though, in fairness, something close to 5 minutes. We're not going to completely kind of break the speed that we had before. But look at that. That's the difference. You've got a 490k coming in just to do its job. So that's cool. So, guys, it looks like we have done the big task, which was Spider. Spider 19 done on manual. Spider 20 done on full auto in a reasonable time. And with kind of plenty of room to improve. Oh, he did just get another go. Look at that. Just got another go at the end just to kind of annoy me. But it's going to be 5 minutes anyway. But yeah, and then we've got a finite team now, which is going to be consistent. Not the fastest in the world, but something to build on as this account progresses. So, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. That is his best time, just about. I've been HELLHADES. I'll catch you soon.